Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Noakes, and I'm here to give you some exciting information about a new initiative from the Noakes Foundation. We formed the Noakes Foundation 3 or so years ago to promote the idea that a low-carbohydrate, high-fat diet plays a special role in medicine, because we believe that the diet we're currently prescribing is the direct cause of many of the chronic diseases of so-called lifestyle. My own experience and studying this topic for the last 7 years leads me to believe that they aren't chronic diseases of lifestyle, they're chronic diseases of bad nutrition. And it all stems back to the 1977 US Dietary Guidelines, which told us that we should remove fat from the diet and replace it with, unfortunately, with lots of grains and cereals, refined carbohydrates and sugar. And it's from that moment that we see this massive increase in obesity and diabetes. What we've learned over the last 5 years is that doctors are reluctant to prescribe this diet, firstly because they're not sure about the science. They're worried that what happened to me, remember I was put through a trial by the HPCSA for promoting this diet, so they're scared that the same might happen to them. And they really don't know what is the science. So one of the reasons I went through this trial was to be able to show that, in fact, this is the diet that we should be prescribing for all those chronic diseases. And I think that's what we've shown in the trial, and we've written a book called Law of Nutrition, which explains specifically why the science supports prescribing a higher fat, moderate protein, low carbohydrate diet is healthier for people like myself with insulin resistance, and why insulin resistance is the underlying condition for all those chronic diseases. So I think we've probably got the message out that this is the diet we should be prescribing and it's entirely safe. But a doctor who wants to prescribe this diet, or an allied professional, do they really have the experience? Because where will they have learned that from? So what we've decided at the Noakes Foundation is to invest a significant amount of our time and money into bringing a program to teach professional doctors and allied health professionals what is the science behind the diet, what is the evidence that it works, and how would we prescribe it. And so we've put together an exciting program for 2 days in February, which will lead to a certification with the Noakes Foundation that the person who has qualified through that certification will be fully conversant and able to prescribe the low carbohydrate, high fat diet to a large number of their patients. I might add that the public, in a sense, is slightly ahead of the medical profession, and we get reports back every day from medical colleagues who have switched and who say, thank goodness they've done it, they're really helping their patients. And frequently they tell us that actually they're now the most popular doctor in their practice. So I think we must never underestimate the wisdom that the patients bring now, that they are aware that there is this other diet that seems to work very well. So, if you would like to learn about the low-carb diet and start helping your patients by prescribing it, helping reverse their conditions, just to make the point that a paper is coming out in a month's time showing reversal of type 2 diabetes on this diet in the majority of patients. When I use the word reversal, I perhaps should have said remission. People are coming off their insulin, they're coming off their other medications, and they've got perfect glucose control just by cutting the carbohydrates. And the biology is pretty obvious why that should happen. So if you want to be part of the new generation of doctors who realize that nutrition is the crucial determinant of the health of our nation, I look forward to meeting you in February at our conference here in Cape Town. Until then, have a great festive season, and we'll see you in February.